There are 5 types of chords in music, and jazz is no exception. All jazz music is played on 5 types of chords. Let's see what those chords are. Major, minor, dominant 7th chord, half diminished, diminished. By the way, Joe Pass classified the last 2 types of chords as dominant 7th chords, and in this sense he had 3 types of chords. We will reduce all 5 types of chords into one type. See, one type of chord will be enough for us to play all the jazz. To do this, we need to understand how to reduce all types of chords into one type, how to replace each type with the same type of chord. We will replace all types of chords with a half-diminished chord. C major, we replace F sharp with a half-diminished one and get C major Lydian or flat 5. Let's look at each note of the chord. Note C, the first step. The note F sharp is flat 5 or Lydian. The note A is the 6th step. The note E is the 3rd of the chord. Instead of C minor, let's play in a half-diminished chord. We get a minor chord with a 6th note. Tonic, 5th degree of the chord, 6th degree, and 3rd. We replace the dominant 7th chord with a half-diminished E and get C7 with 9. 3rd, 7th, 9th, and 5th chord degrees. Of course, you can play any inversion of this chord. The next chord is a half-diminished chord, and we will leave it unchanged. In jazz music, the diminished chord is usually used to play off dominant 7th chords, so the principle of substituting a diminished chord will be the same as for dominant 7th chords. See, diminished has 4 inversions, and each inversion is in turn a separate chord. Each of these chords is essentially a dominant 7th with a 9th down. It turns out that in this case we have 4 interchangeable dominants located in minor thirds from each other. Now let's build half-diminished chords from the thirds of each of the resulting dominants. 4 dominants give us 4 half-diminished chords. This way we can replace one diminished chord with at least 4 half-diminished chords. Let's look at the practical application of half-diminished chords for the 2nd, 5th, 1st, and 6th chords in the key of C major. We need to turn each of these different types of chords into one type of chord. Instead of D minor, the 2nd degree of C major, we will play B half-diminished. The half-diminished B has a D minor triad, and the B note is the 6th degree in the D minor chord. This gives us a D minor chord with a 6th degree. The next chord is G dominant 7th chord. We will replace it with an F half-diminished chord. We get a 3rd, a 7th, a flat 9, and a sharp 5. Then we play a half-diminished chord half a step higher and get a chord that we replace C major with. This is F sharp half-diminished. We get the 3rd of the chord. The note F sharp for the C major chord is Lydian. The note A is the 6th. Well, on the 6th step we have an A dominant 7th chord. We will replace its G with a half-diminished one. Thus we get 3rd, 7th, lowered 9th degree, and elevated 5th. I'm sure the video will help expand your accompaniment and add a lot of interesting colors to your playing. Thanks everyone. Follow the news on the channel. Best wishes.